Oh yeah, I suppose I ought to mention this bit really. So you got your full system and you got your little power bomb at the front here, but you've also got every pair of jeans you possess. Dun dun dun! With bloody great burn holes in them. Nice. And these are my favourite jeans. These are dated back to 1992, these jeans, and they still fit me. So I was a little bit miffed when I burnt a hole in them. Oh, and the reason everything's stacked over the bikes like that is because my cat used to like climbing on the saddle and then sharpening his claws on the saddles. But he's been run over now. So I guess we don't really need to do that anymore. But yeah. I don't seem to have any burn on that one. I thought I did, but anyway, you get the gist. Burn, baby, burn. So no, I don't want to be burning all my jeans up. So get yourself a nut. Get someone to weld it onto your power bomb so you can put your bolt in. You can use your original clamp off your CRF here because it's just a Jubilee clip, so you can just unscrew that. I suppose really you could move that right up to here and put your Jubilee clip, buy another one and put it around the front if you don't want to pay for any welding, because 20 baht is 20 baht. But this is the original CRF shield, which I'm pretty sure is some sort of stainless steel because there's not had any paint on it for years and it hardly rusts. Well, I've actually shortened it just there. Took a little bit out. I've recut the slots in it like that. And now I don't burn my jeans. And quite often when the bike goes over on top of me on the right, your leg ends up just there. So that's just another thing you could bear in mind when you're doing your exhaust mods. Save you burning up your jeans. On we go then. Throttles. I covered throttles the other day. My bike's actually an M, and the M, for whatever reason, has got the cables coming out the bottom. Yours is most likely an L, and I'm pretty sure the L's come out here. Well, I'm not really sure the advantages between the two, but my setup works fine for me. And the way to adjust your cable is on the adjuster, which is down there. And that one does all your adjustment for one of them, and you can also do a bit of adjustment for the other, but the kind of adjustment that you want is basically when you just tweak your throttle like that. You just want your cable moving around on the throttle valve. You don't want it tight, so you want a bit of free play in there. And the cable at the bottom, the idea of that one is to pull the throttle valve shut, otherwise you're going to get your revs hanging on, so you don't want that either. So that's the basics of having two throttle cables. Now if you get any problems with it idling and it won't idle properly, which I had on mine, it just would keep revving at 2,500 RPM. That is more technical. That is a valve up in there, which we'll take a look at when I take the tank off. So we'll come back on that one later on. And moving on. Fault codes. These bikes are all electronically controlled, and your fault codes are stored somewhere around here. There's your ECU, but they're also stored up in somewhere else as well, probably an EEPROM in the clocks. Because I've changed ECUs and I've had different codes. So this red thing here is your diagnostic socket. It's pretty easy to use. Basically, take the cap off. You want to get yourself a single strand of wire, very very thin single stranded wire, or a paper clip probably work, and you've got blue and green. Make yourself a loop. Short out the blue and the green, and then you can read your fault codes by switching your engine off, turning your ignition on, and when you turn your engine run on, the actual orange check engine light, if you've got codes stored, it will start flashing. I've actually covered that on, oh my god, on YouTube. Can you see this? When did they move in there? There's a gang of absolute micro ants. Right, so there's a gang of micro ants that have nested in my starter switch, which I was having trouble with the other day. It was jamming in. I doubt it's you lot though, because you're not big enough. But yeah, look at that. Gang of micro ants. So, yeah, ECU controls and micro ants all in one video. Next.